yeah. I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy. God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies. Pray for my enemies. I get the tendency. You kind of finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, rapping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confession. Go to higher. These ain't come from the dark. We different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force. Just fighting the demons, really for lifers.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year, they rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 23. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now Stafford. And he is caught. And he is going to have the runs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The Rams at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
And the Rams.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey! Lady!
Up the middle, it's Williams. And then the movers ring forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Play action. Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-17.
Rams 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll drop the throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Walker. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
As general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Walker now on 1st and 10. A good move. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And the Seahawks are going to be set up in a first and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key.
And he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Rams 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Lady.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
In their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set. Lady.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd and 10. On the ground is Jarquez Hunter. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. 3rd down and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
80, 22.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Devontae Adams. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown of 21-14.
Rams 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have an...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Pass complete down in the corner. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Blue 60!
Stafford. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 14.
Rams, 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Now, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This is caught at the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a
You ain't never been a skate town. On no national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali flow. Look, from the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide. The lows and highs, me and all the bros in a stolen ride like, man, they outside, so I'm staying inside. Shout to you and I vibe, take a few, like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in a bandana tie, throwing up the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize, I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably be the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking the prize. They hit the crib where the collide, but really ain't tripping. We can kick it ride through the Pull up the Moreland, bro. Which team was happening? Oh, man. Southside,
From the zone 4, Campbellton Road. Got cash to blow, hollering at the green 90s foreign. Got me using my 90s, alright. She was choosing in the parking lot. I was looking too, keep my number locked. I make it on the couch at your mama's house. Ride around, bubble loud with the window down. Some of y'all done lost y'all mind. Baby, let me see you pop, that's fine. I can see from the front, and I knew at once I was gonna have to walk back by. From the spots, but I be on Old Net, but I pull up on my cousin on Rainbow Drive. Whip clean, let the paint don't dry. Where you from? Claim your sorry.
Pull up the Moreland, bro. Which team was happening? Southside, Clayco, you know what's up. Oh, damn, I only come up this far.
get cat on the Sundays. Say a parking lot prayer, no prayer, no prayer, no. I just wanna kick back, relax. Shout it in the Monday. How about the seat slide? It's nice to meet you, green eyes. Let's take a lap. I bring you right back to your friends before they start tripping. As I bend, I see the from the glide with the golden teeth. I don't even know if they notice me. They don't even know that we way too deep. I'm from the west and they from the east, and all white tees looking like sheep. I don't even wanna get one of them sneaks. We throwing up fours and ones and threes and talking about west side, what's happening? Hey, we just pulled up the Portland, bro. Where you at? Southside, Clayco, throw that.
You ain't never been to Scary Town. Auto National, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade on the west side, up in Arcade. You ain't never been to Golden Glide, it's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, gliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's something Marlboro. I'ma pack a carload, I'ma take the grass and meet tomorrow. Bring it, yeah, bring it, song, so bring it, it's a reach out, so better to go, ugly.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. We're just about set. Punter Ethan Evans has the ball teed up. And off we go from SoFi.
Corey Horton now to return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Throw right away is Stafford. That's taken in, and it's Jordan plays Hunter. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple yards on the pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready. 250. Hey, red.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one caught by Adams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Rams first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set. Waiting. Hey. 32.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Try again. It's second and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, L.A.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
More yards. That's another Rams first
They'll
down.
fake the handoff now. Stafford. This one caught at the 4.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ready. Yellow 20.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Javon Baker. Touchdown, LA. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point from Carney is good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid gain.
Second and inches. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. I don't think think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. And I don't think they need to go away from it.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Now Walker. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now they'll throw it with Milrow. Open that is Horton. It's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Here's Michael Dixon now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
That is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they are facing a tough 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. Parkinson open right side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Ethan Evans.
So it's 4th down. Punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At the Rams' 41-yard line.
Now, one of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoided the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Once again, it's Walker. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Struck for the loss of a yard.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
On the ground, it's Walker. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Seattle.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass. But give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Ready.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, this looks like a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past. But here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.